Today on DockSide TV, we're fishing right in the middle of our first cold front of the year. Got a big north wind, but it's got the speckled trout and the shrimp all piled up. All you gotta do is find the birds. Stay tuned for this episode. On this episode of DockSide TV, we woke up in the morning to a very, very strong north wind. It was the first cold front of the year, and it looked like it was just going to be one of them days where we stay in the office at MatrixShad.com. But we got a call from our good friend Louie. He's well known around the area, Louie the Fish, because he catches a whole bunch of fish. And he was out there not scared of the weather, and he was fishing anyway, and he gave us a call that the birds were diving like crazy. When I heard the phone call, I could hear the birds in the background, and I knew we had to get out there and give it a look. So we headed on out there in a big north wind and just saw birds from the distance coming out the pass. We didn't have to go 500 yards to catch these fish, and it was a very exciting little fishing trip and close to the house. All right, whenever fishing birds off the Gulf Coast here, there's two different species that we target. Sometimes it's redfish, sometimes it's speckled trout. In this case, it was speckled trout. And the way you want to target these fish when you're fishing these birds and it's trout underneath them is you want to put the trolling motor down. You want to approach them quietly and from a little bit of a distance. So put the wind to your back and just drift into the birds. And then once you get onto the fish and you get up under the birds, you're going to catch these trout one after the other. And they could leave just as fast as they start. What they're doing is they're pushing shrimp up to the surface, and the birds are trying to eat the shrimp, also telling you where they are. So what you want to do is catch these fish as fast as you can. You don't want to take your time getting the hook off, putting it into the well. You want to be able to go throw it right into a basket or an ice chest. Keep the lid open. Don't even worry about closing it. Get your fish in the boat ASAP. Sometimes the birds, they're going to leave, but the fish are going to stay. And what happens when this is the case is you'll see a slick pop up. And when a slick pops up, that's the fish regurgitating the shrimp, and they're creating an oil slick. And even though the birds left, you can keep an eye on where the slick's at, and that'll still put you on where the fish are at. And it's you always want to keep your eyes peeled and be very observant of that. Now, on this particular day, and this happens very often, when you pull up and the birds are going crazy and the shrimp are jumping out the water, I like to use a popping cork, and we'll catch them one after the other on the cork. Now once the birds leave and the fish might go to the bottom, you just simply switch to a jig. And you just simply fish the jig off the bottom, and in this case it was 10 to 12 foot of water, and we started catching them on the bottom as the fish moved from the surface down below. So, to check out all of our episodes of DockSide TV, go to MatrixShad.com and browse through all of our DockSide TV episodes. And until next time, good fishing. Make sure to stay up to date with all of our DockSide TV episodes. Simply hit the subscribe button right here on your YouTube channel. Stay up to date with all of the action going on around the surrounding areas as we catch multiple species of fish, from trout to bass to redfish, flounder, and even crappie. Make sure to hit the post notification button also, which will allow you to know when our next and freshest DockSide TV episodes are uploaded. You're gonna catch them really fast, real quick, and they might leave. So you want. Whenever you. Wait, hold on, let me. Drake! Reggie!
Just pick up where you left off.
I am.
Cut it.
Is it just rolling?
Yeah.
Alright, you ready?